So, greetings. So, this is Let's Talk Trades. So, I have Mr. Faulkner here from Faulkner Home Inspection.
Yes, sir. Faulkner Home Inspections.
Right. So, if you would a little introduction about who you are and your company.
All right. Well, I'm George Faulkner, Faulkner Home Inspections. I've been in the home inspection industry for almost 10 years now. Started out working with a national company, which is pretty important getting into this field because not everyone allows you to work with them in training. Uh, Work for a national company. I'll give them a shout out, Buyers Protection Group, because they helped me actually get in the game. Uh, that's actually important for new inspectors if you're watching this. If you want to get into the home inspection industry, uh, you can go through Buyers Protection Group. They really have a nationwide company. They have guys who can train you pretty much in just about almost every state. So that's something to look into. And after that, I started working with a mom and pop company and decided to go on my own with Navy experience. I was a damaged shipboard controlman on the ship, Navy ship. I was a firefighter. So our job, we didn't fight fires every day, of course, but so we basically were in charge of inspecting the ship, just making sure all the firefighting equipment was up to par, all the maintenance is done on it properly. So I'm used to inspecting things. Uh, Got out of the Navy. I wanted to be a firefighter, of course, to make that simple transition from being a firefighter in the Navy to a fighter in the civilian world. But it's a little different in the civilian world. You got to go to car accidents and do paramedic stuff, and I wasn't really, I wasn't really into the medic side of things. So I was going to be a fire investigator, fire inspector, and so I thought to myself, I came across the home inspection industry, and I thought to myself, well, I can control my own destiny here. And so I really made that jump and that leap, and I bet on myself and entered the trades, the home inspection industry. So, and now I'm here growing and scaling my business. At the time, I'm still a one-man show, but I'm still growing and scaling my business and getting used to, you know, the overhead and everything, and that comes with the home inspection industry. So it's been a blast. So I love what I do. It's something different every day, a different house, a different agent, a realtor, a different buyer, just dealing with different people. That's what I'm good at. So at least I feel that I'm good at that. And just becoming a marketing guy. So not just working on the business, you have to become a great marketer. And you can be the best home inspector in the world, but if you aren't great at marketing, you aren't really going to get a lot of work. And that's what's important. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it about me. I'm here and I'm happy to be here, man, with you, Jonte.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I did meet you on Instagram. So I saw your
Yeah,
posts and things you do. So you do residential and commercial.
yeah. Faulkner Home Inspections. Catch me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff. But yes, I do residential and commercial. I just finished up, me and a buddy of mine, David Colvin Home Inspections, give him a shout out. Uh, he just introduced me into a 340 plus unit job, and we worked together and knocked that out 2 days, so a lot of commercial, more residential. So you have a lot more residential transactions going on. So that's pretty much the bulk of my work in the Tampa Bay and surrounding areas.
Perfect. Perfect. So, how were you exposed? How were you exposed to the home inspection industry?
I had a friend of mine just kind of introduced me to it, and I really did my research. And I was like, wow, you can make good money in this industry. And you actually, it's you get out of it what you put into it. So that's what I enjoy. And I enjoy my freedom as working for myself and doing it my way and not always doing it someone else's way. And they're hanging over your head. If you don't do it this way, we're going to have to let you go and that kind of talk. So I really like to have my destiny in my own hands. And that's what really attracted me to it. And I just basically had to learn everything from scratch, man. It was a journey, but I'm here and I'm great at what I do. Uh, I love it when clients tell me you're so thorough and we really appreciate you. And that's really what makes it all worth it, man. The money's great and all, but but just to hear your happy clients and that you have that to for them to know that you have their back is really what makes it worth it.
Yeah, I agree. And having the homeowner know that you're going to cover all the bases and let them know how
Yeah,
that house stands before they purchase it is a
exactly.
lot of reassurance.
Yeah,
It gives
sometimes it takes some convincing, they'll so they kind of side eye you when you pull up. Yeah, a lot of buyers have had bad experiences with home inspectors.
yep.
So, it's kind of like someone getting out of a bad relationship. You have to deal with the drama afterwards. But so, I get clients who want to follow me around, but that's cool. That's okay. You want to follow me around, I get it. But I really want to make sure they leave the house and the inspection process happy and just satisfied, and that you've covered all the bases, everything, every crevice that I could have gotten into. You just make sure they're happy with the experience. So that's a huge part of retaining business.
Mhm. Mhm. I am a licensed home inspector here in North Carolina, and there's some regulations that we do, and like we have to keep E&O insurance and general liability. Are you
Yes,
guys
yes, we do.
required to have E&O?
Yes, we do as well. I have up to 2 million of insurance, and your license is public information. So that's pretty much what they ask for.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a standard rate like per square foot? Like we charge here up to 1,500 square feet around a rough price. That pretty much similar there?
Yeah, my prices change when the square feet changes. So I pretty much start off at a condo, 350 price range. If they need a 4-point wind mitigation, of course, that's extra. The
Mhm.
insurance inspection reports, but it pretty much goes up as so if you're getting a home inspection, you can be expected to spend within 350 to maybe 500 to 600 bucks, depending on the square footage, and what actually extra ancillary products that you use, like such as if you need termite, if you need a mold inspection, mold test, indoor outdoor air quality tests, if you need a 4-point wind mitigation. So all those are up charges. So it varies. It varies.
Yeah, that correct. That's pretty much accurate here also.
Yeah.
And one of the things I try to tell these kids is you can do 2 to 3 a day.
So yeah,
You're looking at you
that's
can
the
do 3.
goal.
Right.
That's the goal
Right.
every
It's
day.
not right. Yeah, it's not
And
too many.
it's a little tougher than it looks, to keep that schedule. So yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's one of the things I try to explain, to any of the kids who ask about the home inspection industry. It's a lot of money to be made. And
Yeah.
like I said, you do residential, you can do commercial, you can do new construction. So new construction is something. Do you do new construction also?
Yeah, yep. I just did one yesterday. Found some things too. So folks who think they don't need inspections after new construction builds, you're wrong.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
some of these builders are really careless, and they really don't care, and they just pumping out so high a volume units. They don't really care. They don't really pay attention to quality, pay attention to the detail like a home inspector would for their client buying a brand new construction home. So don't trust those builders too much. Get your home inspector.
Yeah, I agree. These spec builders are getting paid by the unit, so
They're just
they're
throwing
running
stuff up,
through 'em.
man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So let's go back. Were you exposed to the trades and when you were in high school or middle school or
No,
anything like that?
no, no, not at all. I played sports coming up, so I was really sports minded. Just worried about sports and making good grades as far as through high school or whatever, and just wasn't exposed to it all. So the only thing that we had was sports, education, or the military, and that's when I joined the Navy. So yeah, I wasn't really exposed to the trades at all in high school, and that's an issue.
Yeah, I agree. No, I can say North Carolina has a pretty big trades program with, especially with Future Farmers of America, and then we
Mhm.
have the skilled trades. But there are a lot of other states who aren't as fortunate as
Nah,
North Carolina.
nope, not at all. I think we may have a few schools here and there
Mhm.
that, but that that uh that offers trades to kids, but not on a grand scale like that. I know I wasn't only trade class I had was shop.
Right.
So that was about it. And that was in seventh grade. So and that was through my entire 12-year education.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
So you touched on it a little bit on how you what led you to the home inspection industry from coming out of the military and walking through that process. So
Mhm.
what type of licensure training did you take to before you took the exam to become a home inspector?
Uh, I, After Googling different home inspector courses, where could I take it? I agreed to take, I actually went to Cook Real Estate School, which is in St. Petersburg, Florida. I went there, guy by the name of Sean Price, very knowledgeable guy. I learned so much from this guy. Shout out to Sean Price, Price Home Inspection. And so I actually got my license through them, a 120-hour course. The course took me while working because I still had my another job while I was going through the school because I wasn't a home inspector yet, wasn't making money yet, and it took me about 6 months to complete the entire course. So I have a friend of mine as an engineer. It took him about a year. So it depends on how much work you put into it, how much effort you put into it. If you aren't working, if you're lucky enough to not be able to work while you go through the course, you can sit down maybe eight hours a day and just knock that out. So you will finish that out a lot sooner. But so the 120-hour course, I took my exam, my state exam through InterNACHI. I actually passed the first time. I was surprised. Barely, but I passed the first time and so I was good to go. Had my 120 hours, and now it's about looking for who's willing to train you. So that took a little longer than I expected.
Gotcha, gotcha. So in North
Yeah.
Carolina, they you can do the pre-licensing. So that's what you were talking about. What we have here in North Carolina is pre-licensing. So you can do that. You can get your license and do that 120-hour pre-licensing with the courses, and then
Hmm.
take the exam to become a full licensed home inspector. So I didn't have to do any of that because I was already a licensed contractor.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. Right. Right.
But that humbled me real quick when I failed that exam the first time.
It's a little different, man. It's a little different than the GC test. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
want to eventually get my GC license. So I want to eventually do that. So
The
that should
GC
be
license is
I'm sure
open.
that'll be humbling to me as well.
The GC license is open book, but depending on what you're doing, it's going to be between 12 and 20 books.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's open
Sounds
book.
like fun. Sounds like fun.
So, how do you think we can get more youth interested in the trades?
uh like what you're doing, reaching more out to children. Uh I say more teenagers who looking for more opportunities, especially these days. With a bunch of kids in the streets and it's not many options. And even the arts and the sports are getting knocked out of schools right now. So
Mhm.
they don't even have those options barely anymore. And somehow just getting to the kids and just uh, giving them the education, letting them know that this is possible. So, but that's the big question, Jonte. That's the big question. How? Like, and honestly, to be honest with you, I haven't really been focused on. I've been so focused on my business and growing and scaling. I haven't really thought about that, and I just appreciate you making me think about that. So that's important. We need to reach out to the children more, to the kids.
Yeah, like I said, even if it's just giving them exposure to it. You know,
Yeah.
I set up some small videos on TikTok and here on Instagram and YouTube videos, and I do get a lot of feedback. So the kids are actually interested, and they see someone that looks like them doing a job that they may be interested in. So
Exactly.
it's that's That's really why I do it, honestly.
That's what's up, Deontay. That's good work right there, man. That's big stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. So I can say we didn't back when I was in high school, I didn't have any trades. We didn't have anything there. And it was you either go to college or you're gonna be poor.
Pretty
Plain
much.
uh, that's what it
That,
was. It
that
was
that was the fear that was put into our heads. Go to college or go to the military, or it's like, what else is there?
right.
Like we're all so different, and
Mhm.
we all have different spirits, and just to have a few options for the entire nation to it was a struggle for me transitioning from a young man, from a teenager to a young man, just trying to figure it out because I end up having to go back to school anyway, but
Right.
I was just done with school after high school, and I was lucky enough to go to the Navy and play baseball, some all Navy baseball, but I had to go back to the ship, and we had to go to Westpac. 9/11 happened, so it was just a lot. So that's I just figured out. I just figured that I've done enough time on water, out to sea, and it was time to me to make that transition into something else and to find my way through the civilian world and not, being on in the Navy and on the ship. I was pretty much done with that. So, but yeah, that transition is uh, can be a little difficult at times, especially for us. I don't want to say I don't want to play that victim role because we aren't victims, but we just have to face a little more than most, I
Yep.
would say, and let's not act like that's not real, and but we really just have to be more exposed to more things, and that takes getting out of our element, getting out of where we're from, going to
Mhm.
see more things, and but it takes the adults to come back and show kids that. So it's really up to us.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And one of the things is I talk about that you're either going to college or you're going to be poor, or the college military or poor. And the trades has always gotten a bad reputation, especially in the high schools with the teachers and the academics who have, the 4-year degrees or the bachelor's or the master's, until I come in and tell them I'm licensed to $750,000 per contract,
Exactly.
and they haven't made $750,000 in a
So why
salary.
why do you think that is? Why do you think the trades get such a bad rep?
It I think it started with that push for college
Mm.
and trying to get everyone to enroll in a 4-year university. Yeah, absolutely. When they went from being able when everyone had to pay tuition to being able
Mm.
to get student loans and financial aid, and all that money's going funneling right into the colleges and
Bingo.
putting people in thousands of dollars in debt at
Hundreds of
18 years old. Right,
thousands. It's crazy. Yeah.
right. And that's what I want to break that stigma with behind the skilled trades. Like it's not a real profession unless it's not a real profession unless you get a 4-year degree. And
Right.
that could be the farthest from the truth. Like I'm in a corporate
Right.
position right now because of the trades. There's no
Exactly.
way around it. And I don't have a 4-year degree.
Mm.
Like, it can happen, and I can show people how it works.
Yes.
That's how I want to break that stigma that's tied behind the trades, and having that idea that if you don't have a 4-year degree, you're not going to make it.
Exactly. Or if I have a 4-year degree or whatever, I'm better than you or smarter than
Right.
you. Or it's not necessarily true.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. So my last question, I just talked about the trades and how it helped me in my glide path into the going from construction to home inspections and trucking back into the corporate world. How has the trades helped you?
See, in my opinion, money is important, of course. You got to pay the bills and everything. But just to have that freedom of doing things your way, that's where it really helped me. Uh, I don't want to say it's less stressful, but it's less stressful in my opinion, because I know that I hold my destiny in my hand. You know what I put into this is what I'm going to get out of it. When I wake up in the morning, what I decide to do is how I'm going to go along in life, and it's not for someone else. Of course, do what you have to do to get where you have to get temporarily, whatever you get, that's getting a job, working for someone. But I just always use that time as temporary to get where I need to be to eventually work for myself. And it's just affording me more time to myself, my family, and just making good money on my own. It's been good to me. It's been good to me. It's been good on my health. You know, I've been able to work out more because I have more time, and be in the gym more, and just have a set schedule that I can depend on that no one else is. I don't have a supervisor. Hey, George, you're going to work overnight now for the next few months. We got this guy coming in. I don't have to deal with any of that. And it's just the peace of mind that's really the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So you talked about your social media. Give everyone your socials, and I'll add to the comments page.
Faulkner Home Inspections, Instagram, Faulkner Home Inspections, Facebook, Faulkner Home Inspections, TikTok as well. And if you in the Tampa Bay area, you need any home inspections, any type of home inspection services. If you're a realtor, commercial investor, residential, first-time home buyer, if you need insurance inspectors, insurance inspections, I'm your guy in the Tampa Bay and surrounding areas. So go ahead and follow my pages. And I appreciate you, Jonte, for having me, man. It's my first interview,
Really?
and I've been asked these questions, so I'm honored, man. I'm honored. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again. Thank you for your time. And like I said, let's expose as much as we can to these kids.
Yes, sir. You lit a fire underneath me as well, and I'll do more of my part down here in Tampa Bay, Florida.
Absolutely. I'll be down there to help you out any way I
Yes, sir.
can.
We'll keep in contact.
All right. Thanks, sir.
All right. Have a good one.